in the city of Nome.
So I thought you buttoned me up.
Well, that ain't the right one, Dad.
You just gotta go on this side.
Let me get that. Get your hand on it.
Oh, wrong button.
With his 89-year-old dad and Pomrenke family patriarch Wallace in town for Father's Day, Steve is taking some family time.
I think 94 was the first year you came up here, correct?
I was up here in 93.
Well, yeah, since the last time you were here, they weren't doing none of this mining here like they are now.
Oh, no. I think there's about 3 or 4 houses here, and that's it.
Well, there's 5 generations of Pomrenkes in town right now. My dad, me, Sean, Sean's child, and Sean's child's child. Boy, that's a lot of Pomrenkes. It really, really makes me proud that they're all here.
At loggerheads with his own son about heading for the bluff.
I'll run you back out here to that road that we built there, back to you, the road that's named after you.
Yeah, Wally's Way, you know.
For Steve, a little perspective never hurts.
There it is, Wally's Way. Wally's Way,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it isn't Wally's Road, you know, Wally's Way or no way at all.
My dad, Wally, was the first Pomrenke to ever go mining, and that was back in the later 50s there, back in Rapid City, South Dakota. You know, Dad was just he was a hard guy. He grew up in the Depression era, and I think he felt for many years that you should have it as hard as I had it. And I think that's how he sees life, you know, that everybody should have it as tough as he had it.
What happened to the old miner's shack they used to set up somewhere?
That got plowed over.
Yeah. I grew up in Perkins County, South Dakota. I was born there on September 10th, 1925. 2 days later, the doctor got there. By horse and buggy, I assume. You know, I have 7 sons. I expected my boys to work hard. Well, the whole family worked hard. You know, whenever a job was there to do, they had to help me do it.
Well, there she is, Dad. That's the old huff you used to run.
Yeah, a big machine, yeah.
You know, and the son of a gun, we still got it running yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think you loaded a lot of trucks with that.
Oh, yeah, a lot of, yeah. Working with family is not always easy, because no 2 people think alike. And if you don't give and take a little bit, you're gonna clash. Steve and I haven't worked together a lot in this gold business. You know, there's a couple times we've tangled out here out here in Triple Creek. Steve had his problems, and I had my problems, I guess, too, you know. I can't blame him, and I can't blame myself. It's one of those things.
How many hours do you think you put on that thing?
What a few. Yeah, it's father and son. Well, me and Steve and Sean. And they got their problems. I can see both sides of it, kind of, you know. And but you know, you go on and you forget about it. You know, you don't keep nagging yourself about it. You know, and that's the way I try to be. You spit it out, and when you spit it out, you're done with it. You know, that's the end of the problem.
Remember when we started building this son of a road? It was nothing but tundra here.
Yeah.
1 truckload at a time.
Right in here is where we started, didn't we?
Up here, yeah. One hell of a road we built here, Dad. Still driving on it after 25 years.
You know, you look back at your life and you look at the bad things and good things of it, and the bad thing was that me and my dad could not work together. We've been through so many hard knocks. Just realizing that I'm not no much different than he am. Hard-headed, don't know when to quit, just like Sean.
All right, well, we're gonna head home.
I think when I get there, I'm gonna have a beer.
Beer sounds good to me. Let's go have a beer.
Steve and Wally aren't the only Pomrenkes doing some father-son bonding. On the other side of town.
Got the dredge in the pond. We're gonna go ahead and give Dylan a little 101 gold dredging.
After catching wind of his son's first failed dive.
There's no point in being in a rush. I mean, you get in a rush, then that's when you make mistakes. You don't want to make any mistakes, especially when you're diving, because you'll end up dead if you make a mistake underwater.
All right.
Nome legend Sean Pomrenke is suiting up for a good old-fashioned dredging lesson.
A lot of people, their first experience suction dredging ain't with a 12-inch. Yeah, I mean, Dylan's nervous to do it again, diving on a 12 with the high noon. But my advice was to him was stick with it. That's why I took Dylan out on the 6-inch and get him some experience.
Time to go diving.
I mean, safe.